Uh-huh. Hello, viewers. It is a wonderful day that we have today, Wednesday, April 2023. That is the mercies of the Lord that we are here today. And today we want to talk about something serious on suicidal thoughts, the feeling of committing suicide. That is what we want to talk about today. And we have our guest on the show that is going to educate us or tell us more about this the suicidal thoughts or the suicidal feelings. Because we have found that more than 700,000 people die due to suicidal every year, due to suicide. Every year, you find that 700,000 people are dying because of suicide. And that has caught our attention. And today we want to educate our youths and even all the general viewers. We want to educate ourselves about the causes and everything, because it has been a leading cause. The suicide has been a leading cause of deaths among our youths, and it is something frequent that people do frequently. You hear that somebody has committed suicide. You know what has happened? Somebody has committed suicide. So today we want to educate ourselves, and I welcome all of you to the show so that we can get educated together. Welcome, my guest. You are going to tell us about you. We want to know you. Before we start, tell us about you. Who is George? We want to know who is George.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this show.
Thank you.
My name is George, also known as Prince George Captain. I'm a flight dispatcher in profession, but this time I'm a travel consultant and I'm an air ticket officer. So I'm very much privileged to be in this show today. And as media say that so many youths die because of suicide, because they don't know how to control whatever temptations come their way or whatever problem or whatever issue. But suicide is something that can be managed. It has messed with a lot of youths. Most aspiring youths, those who have bright future, have succumbed to suicide. So there are so many ways we can curb it, and we have to learn the symptoms and how you can manage it. You get it?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The way you have just had today, tuko na mtu wa ndege kwa show, and even if you want to know anything about flight dispatch or you want to go anywhere, feel free to contact our guest here. You won't go wrong. So direct our topic of today.
Sure.
What is suicidal thought, or what is suicidal feeling?
Suicidal feeling is the act of taking your own life. You feel that you're not required to live anymore. You feel you are excommunicated. So suicide is the act of taking your own life. There's a tragic reaction or a stressful life situation that you may go through. So that situation is the one that will make you to have some thoughts of taking away your life.
Intentionally taking away your life.
You do it intentionally.
Sindio, what are some of the symptoms? What are some of the symptoms, like the feelings that you may have, like hapa commit suicide?
So there are so many feelings. I mean, there are so many symptoms that if you see in someone, you may know that this person has a feeling of taking his own life intentionally. And allow me to highlight the feelings of the symptoms of suicidal thoughts. Number one thing, you find someone is using a lot of alcohol. So it is increased use of alcohol and drugs. This man was not using alcohol some days ago. This man was a remorseful man. And here comes a situation whereby he is so much indulged into taking a lot of alcohol, you see, and is someone who can reason well. But if you tell him why are you doing this, he can't even explain. You have to think there's something wrong with this person.
Mhm.
So that is number one sign of suicidal thoughts. Number two is you find someone talking about suicide every time, talking about suicide, like he's saying, "Me, I'll kill myself." Today, if I'm Prince George, I start saying that, "Oh, I will kill myself. I'll kill myself." That is a symptom of suicidal thoughts. So you have to ask that person what is wrong, because you don't know what tomorrow comes. He may do what he's saying. Get. The third point about suicidal thought, the symptom, you find someone is telling people goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You see, like you are with your family, you just seated there with your phone, but you tell them goodbye. Do you understand? Do you get that point? So if such a thing happen, you need to ask the person what is wrong with him, because there might be a thought in him that this goodbye means he wants to die. Another point is you're changing your normal routine. Normal routine include eating or even sleeping. Your eating patterns. You have changed your eating patterns without a genuine reason, or you've changed your sleeping patterns without a genuine reason. You find someone, it is on a nimchana, on a daytime, you find him just sleeping. What is he thinking? And nature of human beings, we should be awake daytime tukifanya kazi. You get it? But now you find a situation whereby this man is sleeping during the day, and at night he slept. So you wonder what is wrong with this person. That might be a suicidal thought. Another point is that you're doing self-destructive things. Self-destructive things. One is careless driving. You find someone is driving without taking precautions, over speeding. Something must be wrong with this person. Ask him, square with him, and he'll tell you. So doing self-destructive things can be a sign of suicidal thoughts. Another point is withdrawal from social contacts. You get it? You withdraw from social contact. You don't want to associate with people. You want to be left alone. Why do you want to be left alone? And earlier, before, you were associating with people, you are sitting with people together, making stories. But here comes a situation whereby you're withdrawing. You want to be left alone. There must be something wrong. So that is a very serious symptom of suicidal thought.
Thank you. Hope you are taking notes. Hope you are taking notes. Just continue. Hope our viewers are taking notes on the symptoms you may see from somebody, your relative, your friend, or your workmate. Then you get to help this person from the symptoms that you have seen. Continue, my friend.
The last point about the symptoms, you find someone is preoccupied with things like death or even violence. You are preoccupied with death and violence, like that is all what you think. Or maybe every time you make stories, you speak about such and such friend who died, such and such friend, you talk about them so many times. You say, oh, so and so died, is now resting well. So that person, there must be something wrong with it. There must be some thoughts inside the medulla oblongata.
The mind. Yes.
Yeah. So I think up to there, I'm through with symptoms.
Thank you very much, Captain George, the Prince. So yes.
unless someone has a question on the symptoms so that I elaborate more.
So to my esteemed viewers, my good viewers, I hope you are taking notes about what George is telling us about the symptoms. If you find that your friend is now withdrawing, withdraw from the normal things you used to do together, now he or she can't do, or he or she can't come to the things you used to do, please take note about the things we are learning today. Help that the friend of yours, and we are coming to how the causes and everything on how you can help that your friend that has the symptoms of committing suicide. And what are some of the causes of suicidal thoughts? What can come to that person paka aseme like I want just to kill myself? What are some of the causes of these suicidal thoughts?
Thank you again, and allow me to highlight the causes of suicidal thoughts. We have so many ways. I mean, we have so many causes. We have so many causes of suicidal thoughts. So, what can make someone have be thinking of committing suicide?
Mm-hmm.
One thing is long-term illness, long-term physical illness. You find a friend of yours has been suffering from a given disease for a long time, and there's no change. So that person may have a thought of committing suicide because he's saying he has suffered a lot, he has gone through so many difficulties, so he doesn't see any need of living anymore. So that is a very strong cause of suicidal thoughts. Another thing is money problem, or allow me to call it bankruptcy. You find someone was in a better position some days back. He was well off, he had money, he was living in a lavish life, and then boom, things things normally change.
Things change.
You find that all the money or all the position that he had vanishes. So the level of living standard drops down. If that happens to someone, he may have a thought of committing suicide. He may have a thought of killing himself or rather ending his own life. Yeah, another point is you're feeling inadequate or failures. You're feeling that you've failed in so many things that you've been doing. You've been doing this, it has failed. You've been trying to secure a job, you've not gotten a job. You've been trying relationships. You got Atieno the other day. She left you. You got Victor here. He left you. So you find it very difficult to cope with your emotions. So you end up feeling that why do you have to live?
Worthlessness.
And you have become a failure. So you think of ending your own life. Another thing, another point is about, nowadays people are born with the nature of being transgender. You find someone, he doesn't know his gender, or he's a male and he's a female. You understand?
The biological nature, the makeup that you are born with.
So if you find someone has all the male and female organs within himself or within herself, and he has friends who are male specifically or who are female specifically,
True.
So he feels that he doesn't fit in the society. He feels that he's not worthy to live in the society. So he ends up committing suicide. He ends up killing himself. Another point that may cause death or may cause suicide is bullying. Bullying prejudice or stigma. You find someone is bullying, or you find a boss bullying the workers, or is exposing them to very adverse working conditions. You find like I'm now the boss in my home, I'm bullying my shamba boy. You understand that point? I want him to even wash my undies. You understand?
I understand.
I want him even to spread my bed. Like nowadays, the world is that you find a boss, a businessman or a boss man wants a female worker to even suck the private parts. You understand? So such kind of bullying or rather stigma may make someone to feel that he is no longer needed in society and may end up killing himself.
The trauma, yes.
Get it? Yes. If another point is someone is feeling a big change or redundancy, this means that maybe, for example, I've moved from Nairobi here back to the village. You know, the living condition has to change. Maybe at home there's no electricity, there's no water. Like I have to use the candle. So such kind of adjustments may make someone feel that he's not needed in society. Yeah. So he may end up killing himself. You get it?
Yes.
Another thing is about culture pressure, or rather, let me say forced marriage in maybe in African traditional society. Not even in traditional, but even today. You know, we come from different backgrounds, and there's so many culture. So you find that your culture is giving you a lot of pressure. Maybe your family members are now giving you pressure, but you have to do this because you come from this ethnicity. Get it? For example, we are told that Luos or even Kikos, they have their own culture. Eh?
True.
But maybe I'm a Luo, and I feel like I don't feel okay to go by my culture. Like for example, my younger brother wants to build a house, and I don't have a house, so I'll be forced to build. Eh? And maybe I'll build a house that doesn't fit me. Okay? I'll build it because of my current situation. So I'll not be contented. And then I find my younger brother now building a decent house, and we're in the same homestead. So you find that I'll be feeling so down. I feel that I'm unworthy. You get it? So I may end up ending my own life. Another thing that may cause suicide is end of relationship. End of relationship. It doesn't matter it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You may even end a relationship with your parents.
Yes.
They may disown you. Your parents may disown you. You may end a relationship even with your boss. Your boss can send you out from work. He's telling you that you are incompetent, you are not needed anymore in this job, go away. You understand that? So when such thing happens, you may find that the person affected may end up killing himself, because now he'll be stressed up. He'll not be having money to pay his bills. So if such a thing happened, someone may end up his own life.
True.
Yeah, so those are some of the causes of suicide. Yeah,
and
I think
thank you for that. You find that the frustrations of life, the day-to-day frustrations that we go through can make one to like think about suicide, like think of ending his or her life. And how can we deal with these suicidal thoughts? How do we deal with suicidal thoughts?
Before you deal with these suicidal thoughts,
Mm.
you need to encourage yourself.
Mm.
You need to know that there's always tomorrow.
Mm.
You need to know that there's no permanent situation.
Mm.
So you need to keep on pressing. You need to keep on praying. You need to keep on putting on good attitudes,
Thank you.
so that at least you keep on moving without any issue. Yeah, you need to encourage yourself.
You stay positive.
You stay exactly.
Mm.
So there are ways of dealing with suicidal thoughts.
Mm.
There are ways of dealing with suicidal thoughts, and allow me to explain them, to make them in details. So, number one point: how can you deal with this suicidal thoughts? One, never make your decision today.
Mm-hmm.
Never make a hasty decision. Because you think you don't have money today, it doesn't mean you won't have money tomorrow. You know, in the world of today, it is money that runs everything. Single.
Yes.
Without money, your things cannot go on accordingly. So never make hasty decision, or rather, never decide today.
Mm.
Another point: you need to talk to people about your problems.
True.
Talk to people about your problems. Share with the people about your problems. Tell them that so and so, I'm passing through this and
This
this.
and that.
I'm
Yes.
passing through, yes, I'm going through this and that. Yeah. You know, sharing is caring. Problem shared is, are half solved.
Mm.
Yeah, so it is good to share your problems. You talk to your friends about your problems, because you may get well wishers who are your friends, and they may bail you out of the situation.
Mm.
Another point: you need to be around your people. You know, you may share your problems with people and then you go away. No.
Mm.
After sharing your problems with people, sit with people, be around them.
Mm.
Once you are around them, don't have that thought of committing suicide or of ending your life. But if you go and sit in a restricted area, you are seated alone. You know, once you are alone, you will start to have some negative thoughts, you understand.
Mm.
So you always need to be around people during such tough situations, so that at least they console you, they give you ideas, you understand. Uh, Another thing is, you should be aware of your triggers. As a human being, you should be aware of your triggers. What do I mean? You should be aware of what makes you happy.
Yes.
And what makes you sad.
Mm.
So if you know meeting your girlfriend today will make you happy, or if you know meeting your girlfriend today will not make you happy, please avoid whatever will trigger you negative.
True.
Because during such situation, it is whereby once you get a little negative trigger, you end your life without thinking. You end your life immediately. So you should always be aware of your trigger. The next point, that is number 4 or 5. Always go to safe places during such situations. Safe places include your family house. Being at your family house is very safe. During such situations, don't even go to don't go to don't go toward the beaches, because those places are not safe during tough situations. You may end up be deep yourself inside the water or inside the sea. So don't avoid such places.
True.
Another safe place is spiritual centers like mosque or churches.
Mm.
During difficult situations, always you visit churches, you attend prayer sessions, at least you may feel relaxed, but you may feel relieved from
Oh, we were, our friend there is
stress.
like
Just
having
distract yourself, distract.
a network issue. Yes, thank you, Brother
Okay.
George, for the good lessons that we have learned today on how we can take care of the causes of the suicidal thoughts, the how we can deal with these suicidal thoughts, and we want to say thank you. And we will end our show there, and we will even like do another one or extend this show because the topic is too large and we need to know
Yeah,
everything.
it's too late.
It's large and it
Yeah.
needs time to go on with this show. We will find time and go on with this show so that we may touch the places that we haven't touched. What
Thank
is your
you.
last word? Like, what can you tell our viewers faster, like quickly, in
Oh, my advice
seconds?
to the
Yes.
society
Mm.
or the youths, people go through the different situations. People go through difficult situations or through painful situations. But ending your life is not the solution.
Mm.
Ending your life becomes a problem to the people left behind. And ending your life becomes a problem even to the society.
Thank you.
So you should always think of tomorrow because there's no permanent situation.
There is no permanent
Above,
situation.
above all, let us be prayerful. Let us seek God. Let us attend our churches and our mosques so that at least we will get redefined, so that at least the power of Jesus Christ fill us so that we walk in his way. Once you walk with
Amen.
Jesus, you cannot have suicidal thoughts.
Mm.
Otherwise, thank you very much. This is Captain Joe or
Thank
Prince George
you,
Captain.
Captain. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Captain. And to my viewers, though it may be difficult, but studies show that if you are able to talk to someone regularly, particularly face to face about your situation, like you can talk to a counselor, you can talk to a friend, you are less likely to attempt suicide. Until next time, viewers, I'm your favorite host, Mary Okumo. And bye-bye, viewers.